whether who will be the winner. Everyone is a loser in this case,
Yeah.
but who will prevail
Who will
after
lose? Who will lose the
who
least?
will lose the lead?
I think that Adidas should have skipped August because they're selling. They're trying to get. I understand what they want to do. They want to, of course, get rid of all the shoes. Well, that's not what they want to. They want to get money while they still can on Kanye's back.
Well, we're gonna talk about that more later because they can get more money off of this back, but let's see how that.
But all I'm saying is maybe they should have skipped August because, and this has to do with consultants. Who are your consultants? If they had consulted like an expert on August, such as Will Smith, they would have known that if you want to get rid of someone,
You slap him.
you can. You need to you need to make sure that the brake is clean. Don't, or else you might run a risk of getting caught up in an entanglement.
You gotta 3 or 4 them out, man. If you break up while you can, you gotta 3 or 4 them out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
use the word because then we're gonna get some 3 or 4
My,
them.
yeah,
While
yeah,
you're heading on the when you're leaving the house, make sure you sell them off.
yeah.
Let's get some money off of this guy while
Yeah.
while we still can.
Metaphorically speaking, guys, we're not talking
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
the
We're
last
not
show.
talking about. I cannot use that word else. Let's not use that word. Otherwise, we'll get the Sounds of Freedom treatment.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
We don't want that over here, boy. We don't,
Uh,
we don't want
uh,
that over here.
yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
good.
but
We're
yeah,
good.
we here we are. Here we are. They basically are selling everything off, uh, and it has paid off. They started selling. What I think is remarkable is that first Yeezy Day was the in May in Q2, and then they have like 4 weeks, 4 weeks in August Yeezy Day. 4 weeks. It doesn't to me. It doesn't make any sense because if you want people to buy more, you got. But I think it has also to do with other releases that they were like, you know what, we have like a opening during this time. Let's dump everything together.
Everything as much as possible. Yeah, yeah.
People are on vacations. Let them go into red. Let's get them to max out their credit card.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
just, dude, how can you do 4 weeks back to back releases if you want to sell everything off? They are convinced people will buy it. Probably the people who bought it didn't go on vacation. Probably.
Or maybe they did, maybe they were on vacation in the cities in which they bought it.
Yeah, I mean, this is yeah. Let's see how this goes, man. What is it is it is if you look at it, they were basically. Let me share what um what Yeezys they are selling off this month. Basically, they dropped the carbon runners. They dropped a couple of slides, the 360, the 350, sorry, the 700. This one is crazy, by the way. You seen this one in real? The,
Which
the,
one?
the
The
gray
right
one?
one?
Yeah, no, the
Yeah, I
gray
did.
one.
I did. I did.
That's crazy, right? That one
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Then you have then they also much more. They dropped the boots. They dropped the sand stone. I think it's called stone salt or something like that. The marine blue, another 370, and even the foam runners. No, it's not the foam runners. It's the what is it called? The foam shoe or something like that. Anyway, so this is what everything they sold off. But let's take a look. Because I think last time around we had a couple of shows where we discussed whether who will be the winner. Let's not Everyone is a loser in this case.
Yeah.
But who will prevail
Who will
after?
lose? Who will lose the less, the least?
Will lose the least. Yeah. Ah, I'll say this. I'll say this. Let me ask you first before I show you who lost or who's winning.
Yeah.
Who would you think would win?
Well, we had this discussion in one of the previous shows, and the what I said, I still believe there is like Ye said in one of his songs. There's a thousand yous. There's only one of me,
Ooh.
and I said that I think that although Ye fell off, like let's say his fall was steep, at the end of the day he would be able to get back on top. 'Cause if you remember, you had Adidas, but you also had Balenciaga during that time,
Mm.
and Balenciaga had the whole scandal, etc. But Ye is Ye, so Ye can take any brand if he wants to and go up, and maybe he will not start a brand. He will not work in a partnership anymore. Maybe he will do his own thing. But because Ye is a brand, he's a businessman. So I think, so yeah. So that's why I think that Ye. So I don't know what the situation is now. So it can be that you're gonna show me the stats that will show that Ye fell off more now. But I'm saying in the long run, Ye will win.
Well, I don't have stats of Ye because he ain't been selling me anything. So that's first. I'll
He's
start there.
cooking. He's cooking.
He's cooking though. But I think we did the previous show a couple of shows ago. We saw the we saw his new sock shoe. I'll
Yeah.
tell you this much: knowing people, that shit might be fire.
Yeah.
I'm curious how it feels. I think that's the biggest thing with a lot of these shoes Kanye makes, right?
They're
You
comfortable.
they are very comfortable, and you gotta ask yourself if the sock shoe actually feels. Because I tried this one out, dude. It feels very good if you walk into them. Like it has these kind of rubber things inside. It feels great. If
So
the
it's
sock shoe
it's comfortable. It's what you're
very
saying.
comfortable. If the sock shoe feels just like this shoe, oh my god, it's gonna be a hit. It would be a hit. But yeah, the question is who's doing better. So let's see how much Adidas got out of that first Yeezy Day. The Yeezy Day accounted for 85% of Adidas Q2 operating profit. 85%. 85. So they did the earnings call, right? That's where they announce all this stuff, and basically, as a investor, you have the right to understand, and you get these calls quarterly, where they discuss what happened, what the future plans are, and in that call, the executive, the earnings call, the executive. By the way, guys, an earnings call is a good way to understand how the business is run. So I've learned, well, um, let's say you can learn a lot during those calls, even though in businesses you're not interested in. You can understand the restaurant business really great and also other businesses. But let's take a look. According to Adidas executive on the earnings call, first Yeezy Day sale offloaded roughly 20 to 25% of leftover Yeezy sneakers.
Mm.
This contributed to 150 million euros to Adidas 176 million euros in operating earnings for the quarter. Thus, 85% of Adidas Q2 earnings originated from the event. However, Allmeyer warned that the contribution from Yeezy might seem more significant than it is, as many of the company's expenses weren't accounted in for in the number.
Mhm.
So Basically, what he's trying to say is don't stare at those numbers. Don't try to yell back for Yeezy.
Mhm, mhm.
I think we talked about this in previous a couple of shows back, where it also seemed like Yeezys were contributing to a lot of the profits they were making, and it still does,
Yeah,
even when they're offloading.
yeah.
Crazy, crazy. Anything to say?
No, the I didn't know about the what's it called? I didn't know that term. The
Earning calls?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I've heard of it before,
Mm.
but didn't know
I had
what it entails.
calls in general. Earning calls are in general a great way to learn businesses that you know nothing of. I
Yeah,
learned a couple of things about the restaurant business just by listening to earning calls, and now I understand. Even though it wasn't the earning calls of the company itself, I understand the fast food business much better.